Hey ladies, my name is Naja Hall and I want to have a conversation. If you don't know me, I'm a life coach. I run a beauty brand and I do a whole bunch of things. But today I just need to have some real talk because I need you to help me and I need you to let me help you help me. Help you. So the terms of endearment, right? I need to just understand where we are and where we're going as a society. Because I had a young lady much younger than me, probably young enough to be my daughter, call me sweetie. And y'all know on social media, we've had this conversation before and y'all try to drag me, especially my friends on Facebook about, I think I made a post saying, don't call me sweetie, and y'all got real cute and funny. But I find it to be something that's bothersome. I have to admit that. If a person, it feels minimizing, not necessarily disrespectful, but it teeters the line of disrespect. You know, if I'm somewhere and a younger waitress says, oh, hey, sweetie, what can I get you? I do often wonder who raised you. You must not have a mom or an auntie who's taught you how to politely address people that appear to be older than you or that are not in submissive positions. I don't even want a boss calling me sweetie. So if I'm your subordinate, still don't call me that. You know, you can call me Mrs. Hall, you can call me Naja. Children call me Miss Naja because I'm from the South and I like to put a in front of the name. People that are our own age that call me, oh, hey baby, hey love, hey sweetie. Also, you've not had anybody to check you and say, hey, I don't really necessarily like that. I don't find that appropriate. Could you not do that? I'm not sweet. I'm not your baby. You don't know me. My name is. But when you do that, it kind of comes off as rude. Let me go grab the water. It kind of comes off as a bit rude when you do that, when you check a person. But I mean, don't put me in a position to have to check you. Don't put me in that position. Another thing, and this is an instance where I got checked. So there's a public figure here in Harlem. You guys know I live in Harlem. I rep Harlem all the time. And we were getting acquainted and there's some women here. Let me just go back. There's some women here in Harlem who I highly respect. They are about 12 to 15 years older than me. They address themselves as my aunties, 12 to 15 years now. And where I'm from, if she was old enough to change her diapers, you show her a bit of respect. You put some respect on her name. I don't see these women as peers because they literally have taken me under their wing, taught me the game, gifted me things, given me major opportunities that because of my own age and inexperience, I would have never had access to. So I have this high level of rapport and respect with them. I'll call them by their first name sometimes, but I'm like, hey, auntie so-and-so. I also love how people from the diaspora in the motherland address women figures that are older, elders, as auntie. It could be your mom's best friend. It could be your stepmother. It could be an older cousin. It's just a thing of respect instead of calling them by their first name. So I'm having a conversation with this figure and I was like, oh, hey, so-and-so auntie. And she's like, skirt. She was like, how old are you? And I was like, at the time, I'm 43 now. So at the time I could have been 41, 42. I don't remember. And I was like, oh, this is my age. She was like, I let the little boys and little children call me that. But, and I was like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I meant no offense. I didn't mean any ageism shit by that. I didn't mean to disrespect. I've even had New York women specifically, and y'all know I'm a girl from the South, Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised, Project Pat, Pastor Project Pat. I've had New York women, when I say, oh, yes, ma'am, no, man, will check me and get an attitude. So I've experienced getting checked by New Yorkers before on that. So I don't know if that me saying auntie was necessarily a term of endearment. For me, it was a way to show respect and to acknowledge the fact that, ma'am, I do not see myself as your peer. You have done so much more work than me. You've laid the groundwork for me. I don't even want to come at you like that. But anyway, I don't think she and I never really ended up connecting. I don't know if it was that or whatever. But anyway, just to put it out there, best practice is to not use a term of endearment, okay? When you automatically see a woman, girl, child, female presenting person, don't do that to her. Don't call her baby, love, sweetie, especially you girls that work at Hooters. Don't y'all do that to those boys. Don't do it to us grown ass women. If you're younger than me, absolutely do not do that. And I don't feel wrong in saying this, and there's some people that I probably need to have some conversations with. I don't feel wrong in this, but I think it's just the way to be. We live in a society where we need to call people what they want to be called. If you want to, tomorrow you wake up and say, hey, I'm non-binary, so you need to address me as they, then you're going to do that, right? Especially if you want to keep your job and you don't want any HR complaints or you don't want to get canceled. If someone tells you to call them by a different name, or, if I decide to change my race and go a different route, then you need to address me as that. So this is the world that we live in. Watch your mouth. Let's all just watch our mouths. I'm Naja Hall, and I do have a podcast called I Know I'm Crazy with Naja Hall. I release episodes every other Tuesday. It's every other Tuesday because it's hard releasing episodes every week. And until I get like a team, then we'll put out stuff every week. But right now, it's mostly just me doing all the stuff. Oh, and Naja Hall Beauty, I'm about to film some beauty content. I have a light face on now, but this ain't nothing compared to later. And of course, I'm a blended family coach. Damn, I got a lot going on. Okay, thank y'all for tuning in. But how do you feel about the terms of endearment? What's your take? Am I being too sensitive? Because if I'm being too sensitive, y'all know I'm July 22nd, so I'm kind of like a Cancer Leo. If I'm being too sensitive, just tell me and I will check myself. I am checkable, but don't get blocked though, because just be nice about checking me.